All right, guys, we're going to do something a little bit different this week. I know the Texans game has generated a lot of angst and concern amongst Bears Nation, specifically around the quarterback, and I get it. So what I wanted to do is just kind of bring you guys into my process a little bit here. And so the way that I'm going to try today's video, and this could go terribly, it could go well, we'll figure it out here as we go along, but this will be the second time I'm watching the all 22 version of the game. What I did originally was watched each of the plays and categorized them into good plays, bad plays, and just, flat out ugly plays, just to give you guys an idea of, it wasn't all bad. It was mostly bad from a passing perspective, but there were some moments. And so now really what it comes down to from my perspective is, can they make this a situation where Justin Fields can make the throws like he did on a few occasions here more consistently? But there are some big concerns from this game that need to be coached and corrected soon, because we reached some trouble category. So I apologize for any potential dog barks or chair squeaks, but we're doing this live with some new tech, so let's just dive right in. So what I will do is just give you guys, as much as I can remember, the down and distance situation, which drive of the game and which quarter each of the plays. Maybe I'll do an overlay on the video later to make it easier. Depends on if I have enough time. I am a dad. I have 2 kids. I do have a full-time job, so I'd love to be able to do this each week for you guys. It's a lot. And if it goes well this time, maybe this is the way I'll do it moving forward. But enough stammering for me. Let's get into it. All right, so let's get right into it. This is the Bears' first drive of the game. They have a 2nd and 11 from their 24-yard line. First thing I'm looking at is personnel. So you see the Bears 21, so 2 running backs, tight end, 2 wide receivers. Texans showing 8-man box, middle of the field closed. And so let's just watch the action here. So shift from the tight end, a little motion from Blasingame, outside zone, play action. Okay, so effectively what you see here is, this is when we talked about a scheme throw. This is a scheme throw. They're running a little clear out, so Equanimeous is going to run a post here to occupy the middle of the field defender. You're going to see Blasingame run a wheel, so he's going to take the cornerback on the outside. Looks like a cover 3 look from the Texans. Really what they're doing is they're scheming Equanimeous St. Brown here. I'll try and draw this. He's just running an over. And so it's really a one-man read for Fields as he's coming across the field, and they're in phase. This is a good-looking play. I'm going to let this one run full speed here so you can see it. Shift, motion to get him started towards the flat. Slightly high ball. We'll see it a little bit more here on the tight copy. So here's that outside zone action. See how they're right in line together. Slightly better ball. I'd like Pringle to plant his foot and get up the field here. All right, second play. This is the Bears' second drive of the game. This is a 1st and 10 situation, still the first quarter from their 19-yard line. So again, the Bears are in, let's see, we have 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 receivers. Equanimeous St. Brown here is come in motion. I believe this is the fly sweep play, so let's scan through slowly first time. So you see St. Brown's coming in motion across. Yep, this is the fly sweep. Okay. This play is perfectly executed as you can possibly get. And so I'm just kind of scanning through here. And you'll see it even in more, glaring, just like how much they got the Texans on this play when we go to the tight copy. But I want to show you something here. So the ball's handed off right now. At this point in time, there is 1 player on the Texans who knows who has the ball. It's this guy right here in the middle of the field. This is the only guy on this play who actually knows who has the ball. If you look at the eyes of everybody else, they're looking at the backfield action. Both of the linebackers here and here are sucked in. The defensive end that they're trying to cut, he's also looking in the backfield. But now watch this. Nobody is pursuing except for that one guy until St. Brown's about 20 yards down the field. You'll see it even more here on the replay. Really, really perfectly timed call here. Great scheme too. Ball's out. Look at everybody's eyes. That's as easy as it gets. Okay. Next play, we're looking at, let's see. All right, we're skipping this one. All right, next play here. We have Bears' second drive of the game, 1st and 10 at the Houston 27-yard line. Let's see what we have here again. We're looking at personnel. 11 personnel, 1 back, 1 tight end, 3 wide. Let's see, we have 2x2 set, 2 up top, 2 at the bottom, half back offset to field's right. Again, middle of field closed, so single high from the Texans, off coverage from both the corners. 7-man, maybe 8-man box. Well, let's watch this guy because the Bears are going to run a little motion here, so let's just scan it across. Okay, so the motion here is used to give field the coverage indicator with this guy here traveling with him. So this guy here who's following the motion, it's a clear man coverage indicator because he follows along. So let's see what we do here from a scheme perspective. All right, so here we go. Since they're middle of the field, single high, now what they've done basically on the top of the screen here, let's just look at it. They've created just a really, really easy one-on-one here for Darnell Mooney, right here. So you have, about 7 yards of cushion between him and the defender. So this to me is what they need to do a little bit more of as far as an easy throw and an easy completion for Justin Fields. When you have this much space at the top of the field to work with, take advantage of it. So I think that they just run a little hitch here, top of the screen. Yep, ball out, stealing. You're just stealing from the defense on that play. More plays like that for Fields. Let's watch his footwork. Motion comes across. All right, I got man coming back to the backside. Boom, ball's out. Completion. Easy stuff. All right, next play. Second drive of the game, first quarter, 2nd and 5 from the Houston 22-yard line. Again, you're getting close to the red zone here. What do we have personnel-wise? Again, I see 11, 1 back, 1 tight end, split out here in the stack. It looks like Mooney in motion. Pettis up here is going to become the X, so it'll eventually become, I believe, unless he motions, but yeah, so 3x1. All right, let's see. 3x1 bunch at the bottom. I'm just scanning through here slowly to see what we got. So, RPO game. So, zone read. Yep. Zone read, look, you got a little bubble at the bottom, so you have Komet blocking down here for Equanimity St. Brown in the event that they want to run that. I'll bring it back. We can watch it all the way through. But this is just a nice call. So let's look at the box here. 6-man box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, so you got the numbers here up front. Safeties, 12, 13 yards off the line of scrimmage. They're reading this defensive end right here. You'll see it more at the tight copy. I'll bring it back and let it play all the way from the beginning, but you'll see the read here. So again, man coverage, reading the defensive end. Herbert's able to shake that first tackle. The whole goal here is to get a numbers advantage and always make this guy right here wrong. That's the goal. Make this guy here be wrong. Feather technique to where he's not really committed to one or the other. Nice run, nice call. First down inside the red zone. I believe this is the touchdown. So second drive, again, second drive of the game. Bears have the ball. Let's see here, 11-yard line. We're coming out in 21 personnel, so fullback I formation, 2 receivers down here to the bottom, split out. Let's see how the Texans respond. The Texans respond here. So what do we have? 5, 8-man box, middle of field closed. Oh yeah, okay. This is the G lead play. Yep, okay. The tight copy of this is going to show you. I'll just let it play. The tight copy is going to show you just how incredible the blocking is on this play from the Bears offensive line. Let's let it run. Nice cut. Follow your blockers. Touchdown. Okay. So G lead means that you're going to have a puller. On this play, the puller is Cody White here. Circle him, he's right here. He's going to come out and around and lead. And then just watch the rest of the blocks across the offensive line. This is just so perfectly blocked. In particular, watch how Larry Borum is able to climb to the second level. You see him take a linebacker out. And then you'll also see Braxton Jones with a nice finish at the end of this one. But this to me just is bully ball, and the Bears are playing it really well right now. So let's just let it run. White here on the lead, boom, kicks out the safety. Look at Borum pushing that guy out of the way, and then there's the pancake to finish. It's a beautiful play. All right, yeah, this is just one to show you guys Tristan Ebner. You might see a little bit more of him now, you know, with David Montgomery being down, but the Bears come out in, again, 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3, so 3 by 1 set. You know, deep back here, single back. I believe this one is just outside zone, but I think I kept this one in here. Is I want to show you guys just how well the Bears receivers are blocking. You know, we talk about how well the offensive line is blocking, but the receivers are blocking. In this particular instance, draw your attention here. I think this is Dante Pettis right here. Watch, he's asked to come down here and take on a linebacker. It's a big ask for a wide receiver, but he does it. He actually, you know, mission accomplished on this play by Dante. It's a huge block right there on the edge. You'll see it more from the tight copy. You'll see him come down. Yep, it is Pettis, 18. See him there in the slot. Watch this. Boom. Love it. Read your blockers. Positive yardage. Okay, this is the Bears' 6th drive of the game, second quarter, 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. This is an incompletion, you know, which is weird to be bringing in, but I liked a lot of what I saw on this play, and I'll explain why. So again, the Bears are in 11. I think this is Cole Kmet here. So 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 receivers. They started out in 2 by 2. They're motioning down to 3 by 1, I believe, on this. Texans primarily played single high, but they're showing split safety look right here. So let's let it run through here. So you got Kmet motioning, to the wing. So 3 by 1. Little zone read look. You know, see if you can occupy a little bit of the front and the linebacker. Yep. So the Texans bring a little slot pressure right here. Or they're at least telling this guy, hey, when you see zone read away, you know, just go in. The Packers did this a couple years ago when the Bears started showing zone read from this 3 by 1. They basically gave Darnell Savage the same run at Trubisky to speed up his timing. Texans are doing something similar here. So they're basically saying, like, look, from this set, we're expecting some sort of zone read or an RPO. So you just go ahead and just blitz into the quarterback here, speed up his decision making, which he does. But Fields almost makes like a really circus-y type throw here. And I like it, but I'll show you guys here. So zone read, look, this is play action all the way. So now you see 25 coming down. He's going to rush into Fields. You got the backer coming to pick up the running back. And so this is the guy that we're looking at here on the throw. I think this is Mooney just on the shallow crosser. This is Fields' read. And so he almost makes this throw from a crazy arm angle. You're going to see it here in a second. Love the readjustment here from Fields to be able to keep calm amidst somebody in his face. And he just misses. You'll see his arm angle here in a second. Just misses that. Just sailed it. But again, love the reset, and I love him more than anything on that, not looking to run and actually throw the ball to make the play there. So that's the reason that I kept that one in there. Next, we have the 6th drive of the game, second quarter, 3rd and 5. Here the Bears are in 11 personnel, 1 back offset to Fields left. There's Cole Kmet. Looks like Mooney. This looks like maybe Smith-Marset, and then this looks like yeah, maybe this is Pettis and this is Smith-Marset. We'll see when we get a little bit further along in this one. But let's look at the route combination here, and I'll remember why I brought this one in. All right, yeah. Okay, this is an absolute laser beam from Justin Fields. Okay, so the Bears are basically running a little mesh here at the bottom. So you have the bunch set right here, right? So you have... Yeah, that's St. Brown. Okay. So you have effectively almost like a double post here from Mooney. He's going to run a little bit deeper across here. And then Komet, who the throw goes to, is going to run a little bit more shallow across here. And then underneath, the Bears are going to get a little mesh between the back and St. Brown this way. But we're looking for Komet on this one. And just the reason I left this one in is these are the types of throws that you just need to see more of from Fields. Decisive, he absolutely just rips this ball. So, you know, like the ability is there. It's just a matter of them more consistently getting him to show it. So like, let's clean off the screen here and let it play. And then you see it from the tight copy even more. So middle of the field closed. Looks like cover 3. Yeah, cover 3 from the Texans. So look at that. Let's watch the drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Balls out, rip. Look at that. More of these. Like, yeah, you got a defender closing down here. That's fine. This is open, and he knew it. And so that's my biggest problem with Fields right now is NFL Open is different than college Open. Let the ball rip. Trust your receivers, trust the scheme, and get the ball out there. There's a couple plays in here when we get to the bad and the ugly portion where you're just gonna be like, dude, just get rid of the ball. And so he's not doing that enough, but on this one he did. And so I know if it's just a matter of trust or just like liking the look, obviously the clean pocket doesn't hurt, but I'll bring that one back so you guys can watch it in full speed instead of me just cutting it back and forth. Here. Crosser, mash, ball out, boom. Beautiful. Just watch how decisive he is with this right here. Another thing I like about the Bears wearing their throwbacks, the stripes on his helmet will help you get an idea of where he's looking, so you get an idea of how many reads he's making on a play. It's really, really helpful. All right, next play here. We are looking at, let's see, this is the Bears' 7th drive of the game, second quarter, 2nd and 12. This to me is just, you know, I kept this one in here because Khalil Herbert has just excellent vision and patience. So again, Bears 11 personnel, 1 back, 1 tight end, 3 receivers, single high safety, middle of field closed. Let's see, like a 6-ish man box with you have the strong safety hanging out right there. Let's let this one go a little bit further ahead. Yeah, so Bears run this a lot. They ran this a lot in this game. So this is just basically inside zone. But notice how Komet right here at the top, he's going to come across and he's basically going to take on this edge defender. It's called split zone. So they're basically zoning to the right and he's coming back to cut this defender off right here. And the reason that that's important is obviously it's just you're getting a backside cutoff over here, but you're also creating the opportunity for them to slip, and then all of a sudden on play action, he's got, you know, a full head of steam and he's heading out in the flats, you know, whether they're high-lowing a corner or something like that. So it's a scheme that they used a lot this game. It's a scheme actually that they used a little bit too much, and we'll talk about that later, where I liked Luke Getsy's game plan overall. He just went to the well a little bit too many times in this because the Texans make a big adjustment in the second half. They get a couple sacks off it. So let's just let this one run from this, and you'll see it even better from the tight copy. Just patience, vision, contact balance. Khalil Herbert is really good. So here we go. So Komet's going to come across. He's going to try and cut. Look at this. Nope. Nope. Love it. Backed up. That's a great way to get yourself a little bit of space to open up the playbook a little bit more. All right. Next play, we have 7th drive, 2nd quarter, 3rd and 1. So this is the very next play after the one that we just saw. So the Bears are in 13 personnel. You'll be able to see it better from the tight copy. 1 running back. They have 3 tight ends over there. So they've created more gaps. They're really, they're creating gaps, but they're also saying, you know what, one of you little guys that's in the game, you're going to have to make a tackle out here on the edge. And so I think on this one, all they do is they run inside zone, but it's a really nice cut from Khalil Herbert. You'll see it better from the tight copy rather than the wide copy, where the play is designed to go to the left, but he immediately cuts it back to the right, makes the right decision to convert the first down. So you'll see it from this version. Here we go. So again, 3 tight ends, 13 personnel. Whoop. Love it. Outside fake also, and then heads back up north and south. All right, let's see. This is I believe, let's see, the first play of the second half. So this is the 3rd quarter, the Bears' 8th drive of the game, 1st and 10. The Bears are in 21 personnel, so 2 backs. Blasingame is in the game. He was in there a lot. 1 tight end. single high safety, so middle of field closed, either getting cover 3 or possibly a cover 1 in terms of coverage here. But the Bears are running the ball. This is a toss strong. The hole that the Bears offensive line creates in this play is insane. So I'm just going to let it play from the wide, but you'll see it even more from the tight copy. And then just Khalil making a guy miss at the end. Just beautiful. What a way to start the half. So obviously they saw something that they liked here, and they hit it. Great way to start the second half. Watch this from the tight copy here. So again, motion over. Let's watch the blocks up front. I'm going to slow this one down. So inside zone. Cut off from Mustafa on the nose. So Jenkins is working up to the backer. So is Cody. So that's what really makes this one happen. So Cody and Jenkins, 76 and 65. They both seal at the second level. Blasingame kicks out the strong safety right there. So look at that. You're blocked. You're blocked. You're blocked. You're too late. He's chasing, but he's still too late to catch him. So now you have here and here with one defender. This guy's going to come down with a full head of steam. So now it's just, can you make this one guy miss in the open field? And he does, and this is just off to the races. Love it. Absolutely love it. So does Lucas Patrick. All right, let's see. This is the very next play. This is 8th drive of the game, 3rd quarter, 1st and 10. We talked about that play action off of the split zone, outside zone that they ran a lot. They're going to run it again here. So again, what we're looking at from a personnel perspective, 11, 1 back, 1 tight end, 3 receivers. Again, single high, middle of field closed. 6-man box with the strong safety lurking right there. You know, manned up probably against Cole Kmet on this one. Let's run this one through really quickly. So motion down to a 3-by-1 from a 2-by-2. All right. So now you're getting your man coverage indicator. So we talked about that split zone where, you know, like in this instance, if it's a run, he's coming back to cut off the backside defender. But now look at what this does in terms of allowing him to get out into his route. Let's clear off the screen here. So now he's going to slip that blocker and get out as a pass country. Yeah, oh no, he collisions a little bit, but he is like the lower part, like the check down here. So he does collision the defensive end on this one. But again, here we go. On the same track here. A little bit, you want these two to be, you know, like, so not too far off, but here's St. Brown just kind of settling in the zone here, and that's who the ball is going to go to. So let this one play. Beautiful, you love it. Look at the way that they're able to influence the backers on this play. I'm going to go back and forth once, and then I'll let it play full speed without me. Yeah, okay. So look at how they influence. So you get your man coverage indicator with the motion. You have the line going to the left, so you're getting 51 to kind of bite on the flow of the play. 58, Kirksey's doing a nice job kind of staying with their collision on Kmet. But, I mean, look at St. Brown's already open right now. You'd like him to be a little bit further along in his route, but, I mean, this is where the ball's going. And you love these types of plays. Easy read, just like they started the game. 1 read for Fields. Get the ball out. Like the ball placement to be a little bit more towards the upfield number, but you take it. All right, let's see. We have, this is the 10th drive of the game, 4th quarter, 3rd and 6. So you love this. 3rd and 6 from the Bears. Looks like their 26-yard line. Let's go through. We have 11 personnel initially showing 3-by-1, single high safety. They're pressing here, so this is most likely man coverage. Let's see, yeah, you're seeing the strong safety walk up here a little bit, showing a little bit of pressure over the B gap there. You see it right here. So let's see how this one plays out. Oh yeah, this is the reset play. That's why I brought this one. Okay, so watch how Fields' eyes are originally going to go towards the left, so the 3 wide side of the field. He's going to look at, I think Mooney he wants on this just like slant, but he doesn't like what he sees. He resets because he doesn't like what he sees because look at, this is actually probably, is this cover, no. No, this is man. So you got a spy on the quarterback here. It's this guy that probably prevents Fields from making the throw to Mooney on the slant right here. So he doesn't like what he sees. These are, again, this is the type of play where you're like, all right, he gets it at times. So he just needs to get it more often because he's going to reset here. And then just rip the ball, look at different arm angle, strong enough arm, fling. Love it. Absolutely love that. So let's just let this one play all the way from the beginning. Carry the pile here a little bit. You see it a little bit more too. Again, talk about watching the stripe of his helmet. Watch the stripe of his helmet. This will give you an idea of how many people he's reading. So look, right now he's looking at Mooney. Now watch his head. Oh, I got it right. See how it goes from looking from his left. Now watch his head. Snaps back. Get off that read. He's not open. And get the ball to the guy who is open. One of my biggest knocks on Justin Fields right now is he is not eliminating the covered receiver early enough in his reads, and he's staying on them too long. He's got to get better in that regard. We'll get to that when we get to the bad and the ugly portion of it, but this one he did it, and so I know he's capable of doing it. He's just inconsistent with how he does it. All right, we have the 10th drive of the game, fourth quarter. 1st and 15. Let's see what the Bears are in here. I think this is, let me see if that's blasting game or if yeah, it is. All right, so 21 personnel, 2 backs, 1 tight end, 2 receivers, and the stacked bunch at the top. Motion down to a 2x2 set. So let's see. This is a 2-man route. So you have, you have all the lines, 6-man, 7-man, and then an 8th man. So this is a 2-man route. So you have only 2 eligibles that are really out on this route. I'm sure somebody will leak out late, but this is really a 2-man route combination. So they want the protection to be strong because they're trying to work a deeper route combination. So let's go back and see what we see from a coverage perspective. So the Texans don't move with the motion of blasting game, so they're just getting a zone indicator. They're running cover 3, and so really what they're doing is they're making a read on the safety here. Sorry about that. They're making a read on the safety on this play, and so they're trying to make it so he can't be right. A little bit of a slower development, not a great route from Smith-Marsette at the top, but Mooney knows to settle there. He's getting the carrier underneath here from the backer and the safety since there's no receivers to that side. So we'll just let this one play. So little play action to freeze the linebackers and bring them in. What that does, see, watch this. This is why play action is good. Watch the backers. Now off of that fake, this guy sucked up. This guy sucked up, eyes in the backfield, both of them looking this way. You know, down here at the quarterback. That's a dangerous image I'm drawing here. Props to the telestrators. So we have now with that is they're losing sight of right here. So this gives Mooney a chance to get in here behind them and just settle. And so that's exactly what he does. And Fields rips this one here. So let's bring it all the way back to the beginning. One hitch, 2 hitch, ball out, boom. Let's watch it from the, again, 2-man route. So he's really waiting on this route to come open here. They're making sure the protection is strong in front of him. Play action, bring the backers in. Mooney sees the coverage over the top of him. Settle, laser up the middle. Love it. More of these. All right, so that wraps up the good. It's going to get bad here, and then not to scare you off, it's going to get even worse afterwards. But you know, I think that you guys are getting an idea of where we're at with this. All right, guys, now we're on to the bad, and it is bad. Don't get me wrong, like, make no mistake about it. What we're looking at here is just an example of Fields' inability to rule out who isn't open. It's weird to include a play that ends up in a 29-yard gain in the bad pile, but I'll tell you why it's bad. It's because there's receivers that were open on this play, and for some reason he just didn't pull the trigger, and he needs to, you know, execute the read and get rid of the ball. And so the Bears are in 11 personnel. They're in quads look, so that's 4 receivers down here to the bottom. What they're basically going to run is like a variant of like almost like a smash concept there. A smash is typically like a hitch like this, and then a corner. You're high-lowing this guy right here. You're making him be wrong. If he takes the corner, you throw the hitch. If he takes the hitch, you throw the corner. And so you're basically reading one guy in this play. So they run, but instead of running the hitch here, they're running more of like, just like a little square in right here, right? Mooney is the guy that Fields can't get his eye off of. He's running a deep post. You can argue he gets interfered with at the top of this route because there is a collision at the top, but Fields never gets his eyes off this. And then Cole Kmet runs just the shallow crosser on this. So from my perspective, the read is probably 1, and then you're reading the smash-ish down here as your 2, and then you can dump the ball off here as like your 3rd option on the play. Fields just stays fixed on Mooney the entire time. It just needs to get rid of the ball here, and it's not good. So let's clear the screen so you guys can see it. All right, right now I talk about eliminating who's not open. He is not open. He's covered, and there's a safety over the top. Covered by 2 people. Your eyes now need to immediately come down to this level. Immediately. Throw this, or throw him open on the shallow crosser. Instead, Fields keeps his eyes fixed right here, which is not open, and then he does break the pocket and scramble, but this could have been an easy completion. This is how you end up with only 17 pass attempts. This should be an attempt. It goes as a 29-yard gain, and it looks great in the stat sheet, but this is how you end up with only 8 completions in 17 attempts. You'll see his eyes when we go to the tight copy. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about as far as staying fixed just on Mooney the entire time. Not good enough. Get rid of the ball. Look at it. All right. See where his eyes start? Right here. We talk about watching the stripe of his helmet. Look, the stripe of his helmet's that way. I don't think it deviates from that way the entire time. You'll see. Looking. Dude, get your eyes off of him at that point in time. He's open. He's open. We showed that. And Pettis is sitting open in the flat over there. Get this guy the ball. Get them the ball. Just this is not good enough. This is, I'm not sure why he's so fixed on one person, but this is the scary stuff, is you need to execute the read. Yeah, it's world-class athlete, no doubt about it. Be a quarterback. All right. Let's see. What are we looking at next? So this one I brought in just to show you guys how, like a lot of this is falling at the feet of Fields. Nobody gets open on this play. So this is, again, that play that we talked about a little bit earlier. They're running from 11 personnel, middle of the field, close to single high safety, 2x2 down to a 3x1. Again, coverage indicator for Fields. So you get a man coverage indicator, that split zone action. So they're showing outside zone with, Kmet coming across. So this is basically levels. We talk about levels a lot. So this is how levels works. But nobody is open. So levels means you're attacking 3 different levels of the field. Right now you have the deep, the intermediate, and the shallow. Nobody is separated. Nobody is open. So none of these routes are open. So this, again, this isn't on Justin. This is, somebody's got to get open. Somebody's got to make a play for him, or at least get open in here. Nobody does. So it's not purely on him. Throwaway, love it. Love the throwaway part of it. I brought this one in as bad as we can't lay everything at the feet of Fields, because receivers also needs to do their part and actually get open on these routes. Sharper breaks at the top, or maybe you just need faster people out there running it. You waste Darnell Mooney on that, bringing him into motion, so he's out of the route on this one, so you don't really have your speed guy out there. So that's to me questionable about Luke Getsy choosing to eliminate Darnell Mooney from that route combination. So the Bears are in 21 personnel. You're getting a little bit of that motion from Blasingame. He's basically staying in initially to block in case the backer comes. So you're at 2, let's see, 3. So this 2-man route combination with a third leaking out late. This is another one. Nobody's creating any separation on this. So now you have Mooney on the post, and you have St. Brown on like a dig. But I mean, St. Brown's got to make a more just a better break at the top to actually create some separation. So he really rounds this off. You want to, snap this off to be able to separate. So whether it's giving him a fake outside and cutting it back in, you just basically let this guy run this route with you, and then you have the safety over the top. So nobody's open on this. Not enough options on this play, and I think you just need a better effort from St. Brown to actually create something on this. Not great. Let's watch it from here. A little trip on the. There are a lot of trips. So like the Bears had a lot of stumbles, whether it's guys tripping over each other's feet as they're dropping back or on motion across. A little spacing thing for Getsy to work out this week. All right. On this one, this is to show. We just talked about a lack of separation. The Bears. Run blocking, excellent. Pass blocking can be sporadic at times. This is an example of just a pass protection breakdown up front. Can't expect Fields to do much when the pass protection looks like this. Yes, if you want to knit, as soon as he gets to the top of the drop, if he's quick about this, you could say, ball out right here, hit commit. But he's got this guy bearing down on him, this guy right here. This guy's coming in late on the leak here. So again, if he trusts just to drop that ball over, it's there. But I mean, I think that he was expecting to be able to settle a little bit more in his drop and read it a little bit. But it's just not there. Again, a throwaway. I love the fact that he gets the throwaway in here. Just not enough protection on this one for him to actually complete the full read. I think he wanted to go somewhere else with the ball. But the nitpick here is he could have hit Komet a little bit earlier. Next, we have... Let's see. Looks like 12 personnel, 1 back, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, initially starting from a 2x2. Single high safety. Yeah, so this is Braxton Jones doesn't get enough of the backside defender here. Jerry Hughes is able to chase basically out of the gate. So I want to bring your eyes down here to this matchup right here. He doesn't get enough of a piece of him, so he's able to basically follow Fields around off of this play action here. Let's see. So again, they're running that outside zone play action, another naked. They ran a lot of naked bootlegs. Naked bootlegs mean there's no blocker with him. It's just him on his own heading out to the boundary. Similar to a little bit of like a levels concept here. You have Komet collisioning and then almost running the option. And again, now you have the intermediate route with Mooney settling here. And then what's the top of the route looking like? Yeah, just like a corner. Okay. But he's getting chased from behind on this one. You could argue right here, ball should be out. Ball should be out, but I know that he's sensing that pressure behind him. You could see it. He does a great job to stay on his feet right here. You need a better cut on the backside in order for this one to work. Let's watch it from the tight copy. Play action fake. Hughes is on him. He knows it. Be an athlete, but yeah, better protection here, and that play might actually turn into, again, that's how you end up with 17 attempts and 8 completions. It's just stuff like that, like little breakdowns. So many things contribute to it. All right, we have on the next play, I don't know like who the back is right here, because this is Khalil Herbert down here at the bottom, so they're trying to get a coverage indicator, because typically you wouldn't put a corner on a running back, so they're probably getting a zone indicator from this. But I'm not sure if this is Mooney. Sorry about that. I'm not sure if this is Mooney in the backfield over here. It probably is right there, but we'll see here. All right, let's let this one roll for a second. So 3x1. What are we running from a route combination here? So you have, let's see. Like that smash variant at the bottom, like an option route. And then at the top, you have Mooney just running like a settle. Yeah. All right. So this I brought this one in for like an example of what NFL open is. As much as Fields doesn't think that he's open, Cole Kmet is open on this play. He's open. He's open if you throw him open. So his route's going to go this way. You're ready. It looks like we'll verify this when we get to the tight copy. Your eyes seem to be to that side of the field. Throw the ball right here. Throw it over here. He'll catch it most likely, and he's open. I know that this is where Justin needs to get comfortable in that, but instead, you know, the pocket's collapsing. And just, you know, as soon as he hits the top of his drop here, since his eyes are over, just throw the ball. Throw it now. And I know that the pocket's collapsing on you a little bit, but again, I keep saying it. This is how you end up with 8 completions in 17 attempts. Yeah, it's great. He can scramble here, but this is NFL open. Cole Kmet is open right now. Throw him the ball. Muddy pocket though. Protection could be better by both of the tackles on this play. Holds up pretty well up the middle, so he does have a slight bit to step. But again, so many things needs to go right, you know, for the passing game to work. So I want to bring this one to everybody's attention. All right, what do we have next? Okay, what do we have next here? Let's see. Yeah, okay. This is another one. Don't know what we're waiting for to get rid of the ball. Like what do you need to see here to know that you have 2 guys that you can be throwing the ball to on this play, potentially even 3. And you have enough time. There's enough pocket for you to step up in. So the Bears are basically, you know, all right, let's just go through like we do each time. 11 personnel, 3-by-1, split safety, so middle of the field is open. The Bears are basically going to run stick route, out and up. So this area will be open. You know, this is like the whole shot that they talk about in cover 2. So this field's being split in half by these 2 safeties up here at the top. And so like, let's just see why the hesitation on this one. Cause I think in this instance, you can rip either of the stick routes, or if you wait long enough, you could hit Pettis on that out and up. So like, let's let it play here. 1, 2, yeah, ball's gotta be out. So you can rule out Kmet on that one, I think, and then you just get your eyes to Mooney, or you get your eyes to Pettis on this one. Let's see what happens from the tight copy. So let's see where his eyes are. Yeah, he's reading that side of the field. So if he doesn't like Kmet, he comes back down. Step up. I think this might just be like a footwork thing, but the ball's got to be out here on this one. If we bring it back to the wide copy, and I'll just let it play all the way through so we can see. Yeah, Mooney or Pettis on this one is who you should be working. And if you don't like either one of them, sail it to that side of the field. Because I think there's enough to step up to at least throw the ball, or just get rid of it so you don't take a hit. He's taking too many hits too. That's another nitpick that I have. Just he's getting hit way too often. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. 11 personnel, 2-by-2 set, split safety, so most likely cover 2. Let's see what the Bears run here from a route combination. So release the outside, so Mooney's wasted on this route. You know, the slot, the number 2 at the top, he's covered because he's got bracket basically. And then the mesh down here at the bottom. I said there's something wrong with the spacing on this. I think the protection's not great. But they hold up enough. There's just something wrong with this little collision down here at the bottom between Kmet and Herbert. But again, not enough people are open on this route. You could argue it's a tough throw to make though, at the very top of the route, that there is a window way up here, but you're asking a lot for him to make a throw from the opposite hash over to there with the safety lurking right here. So I think this one, like, just something struck me wrong as you know, with the spacing on this route down here. But either way, throw the ball. Throw the ball to this guy. Throw the ball to that guy. One of those two. Just get rid of the ball. Don't take another hit, which he does in this play. I believe. No, he runs. There's no reason. Just get rid of the ball. Yeah, get rid of the ball. Taking too many hits. All right. All right, what do we have next? We have 21 personnel. Let's see what we have going on here. Why I kept this one. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is where I talked about Getsy going too many times to the wall. Now, if you remember the first play of the game where I showed you Pringle they ran the same exact play. And so they've run this naked. So you remember the same thing. Wesco comes in motion from like literally the same personnel grouping, except Pringle's out of the game. So Darnell Mooney's in here. And so the Texans keyed off of this. They saw this enough to basically say, okay, strong safety that's dropped in the box. When you see that motion from 88 across, and he shifts, so basically gets reset on the wing over here, and you get the fullback motion right here. You know that play action's coming back your way, so you're basically just running straight up the field to intercept it, and that's exactly what they do right here. And I believe they get a sack on this one. This to me is on Getsy, just going to the well too many times with this concept. Boom, easy pass to the quarterback. You ran this play too many times. At this point in time, you gotta eliminate that one from your call sheet for the rest of the game because they're keying this. Boom. Nothing your quarterback can do there. All right, it's about that time. We've reached the ugly portion of today's program. So if you're a tequila drinker like me, you might want to go pour yourself a shot or whatever it is that you need to do to get yourself settled in for this, because Bears offense set modern offense back a little bit with some of the plays that they put on film against the Texans. So starting right off the top, what do we have here? We have a motion from 2x2, looks like from the tight end to 3x1 tight bunch. 11 personnel, single high safety. Let's see, did anybody travel? Yes, we're probably getting man coverage indicator from this. Let's see what's going on here. Now you have, so it's a shift. So the tight end shifted to the wing. Now you have Mooney. Lots of motion from Getsy. I like that. He's trying to do as much as he can to, get coverage indicator, but also just make the defense be sound. And on top of that, you can get your receivers into their routes a little bit quicker. Oh, this is the fumble snap. I think this is the first play of the game. Just like, I think that maybe Mustafa is worried about trying to reach on the block or something like that, but not a good look. The Bears are running. It looks like a cutback on this, with Montgomery. Just not a great start. Let's see. This is early on in the game. You can tell by how bright it is. Okay, yeah, this is the orbit motion play, I believe. Let's see, what do we have here? Ooh, yeah, okay. All right, this one really ugly. So we have 3x1 set, 11 personnel. Looks like a split safety look to start. And the Bear, this is the interception. This is ugly. So orbit motion. What orbit motion means is Mooney's going to come not only down, but he's going to orbit the quarterback and go back around the opposite way. So anytime you hear the commentators talking about that, that is what they are referring to. So orbit motion back. So now he's going to basically just release into the flat. This is a two-man route combination up here at the top. So you have Cole Kmet running just like the skinny post, or like the like a little bang 8, and then you have I believe that's Equinemius St. Brown running just like a little corner. It's just like 3 verticals basically from the Bears out of this. So orbit motion to 3 verticals, 6-man protection really, because you have Montgomery initially on the play action, but this is for the most part 3 eligibles with a check down here at the end. They're reading the safety up here at the top. They're trying to make it so this guy cannot be right. What goes wrong with this play, and I remember that, seeing stuff on Twitter after this play, like, what about the guy that's wide open at the top of the screen? That's not the case, because look, at the ball's already out, and so like it's easy to say that after the ball's thrown, but like once the quarterback's hand breaks, like it is right now, this guy knows where the ball is going. So yeah, he might look open, but he's already made his read, and this read is right. I don't question the decision. This is wide open, and this is the right throw provided to them time. You throw it on a line right here, we're talking about a pretty big gain. But a couple things go wrong in this one. And number one, you'll see it from the tie copy, the ball does not come out of Justin Fields' hand right. So he doesn't get a great grip on this one, but I'm gonna let it play full speed. It looks like there's a little miscommunication between him and Kmet about how the adjustment should be at the top of his route, because Kmet throttles down. I'm gonna say it right about here. He slows up a little bit. But that's a terrible throw. It's a miss any way you look at it. You'll see it from this copy here. Just watch the ball when it comes out of Fields' hands. It's not a tight spiral. And that's something that he's never really struggled with. He throws a really good ball, but you just watch it here. It's a little bit of a duck coming out of his, and you could see it here. I'll bring this back. That's the duck coming out of his hand, which isn't, you know, I know that contributed to the inaccuracy of this throw, but again, I think that look at that. There's no tight spiral on that ball. It looks like a punt. Ball's wobbling, just not cut in the air, and I mean, you can tell right there that's uh-oh territory right there, because it went from an easy completion now to this guy has the best chance to catch the ball. So ugly. Really just ugly, because that should have been an easy completion for a pretty big gain. And I like the fact that they're attacking the middle field. Don't have a problem with the decision. Just a bad ball, and it looks like potentially a little bit of miscommunication between the two of them. Ugly, ugly stuff. All right. What's next? Dipping into the bin of ugly. We're going to keep going here. All right, so we have a little shift from Khalil Herbert. 11 personnel empty, so the Bears have emptied out the backfield. It's just Fields, 5-man protection, unless one of these guys comes down to collision. Maybe it'd be Kmet or Herbert. We'll see here. Nope, they both release. So 5-man protection, split safety look from the Texans. Let's see what the route combination is. So they run a spot at the top. We'll talk about the spot route a lot. So the number one's going to settle at a spot here, corner, and then flat. So basically this is a triangular read. So look from right here. This is what I talk about, that triangle read every now and then. 1, 2, 3. There's your read, spot, flat, corner. So really this looked like this. I know that looks terrible, but that's basically what it is. And then at the bottom, you have like a little option route here. He's open. He's open. And I think that's my biggest gripe with this one, if I remember why I brought this one, is let's look at the protection. Protection's there. Get rid of the ball. Get rid of the ball right now to Khalil Herbert. Like, what are you waiting on? So you have the spot at the top, and then you have this option and almost like a little like settle, like a glance route here from, I don't know if it's Mooney. Yeah, I think he wants to throw the ball to Mooney. This is, again, rule out who is or isn't open. Right now, ball out to Khalil Herbert. Who cares if it's not your preferred one? He's open. Get him the ball. And so you'll see it again from the back copy, why I have a problem with this. There is no reason to take a sack on this play. The protection's there. Your read is open. Let's watch again. Stripes of the helmet. Get rid of the ball, dude, right now. Yeah, that's just unacceptable. Ugly. Ugly football. All right, let's see what my gripe is on this one. So we have 11 personnel again, motioning down to 2x2. Well, this might just be a jailbreak from a protection perspective. Let me bring this one over so I can... What do we have? We have a drive route by Equinemius St. Brown. We have like a little dig by Cole Kmet, and then you have a switched release at the top, so you have Mooney working the out and up, and then I believe that's Dante Pettis just working the over. Yeah, this is just a jailbreak from a protection perspective, so I'm going to let this play. Again, so many things need to go right. Borum gets beat across his face on this one. Not good. You can't get beat this way. There's nothing Justin Fields can do on this. This is not on Justin Fields, but again, this is what everybody's like, passing game's broken. A lot of things need to be right. The offensive line just got manhandled on that play. Look at how many guys lose. Let's see. Patrick loses right off the bat. You know, the guy's able to swim him. So the interior of the pocket, that's how about an M-shaped pocket. Here's your M-shaped pocket. Punctured from the middle, and then Borum gets beat across his face, a little rip. Yeah, no, that's just bad. Great run blockers, suspect pass blockers. All right, let's see what we have going on here. Ooh, this is just a drop. Like, dude, everybody's talking about, you know, like how few catches Mooney has. This is how you end up with 8 and 17. What's wrong with this pass? Hits him right in the hands. Catch the ball, dude. That's what you're paid to do. Catch the ball. I don't know how great this would have been from a gain perspective, because, you know, if you look at this defender right here, you're asking Mustafa to come out and get ahead. No way. You're out leveraged already at that point in time. He's not getting there. So this could be, you know, like a very small gain, but you got to catch the ball. You know, when your offense is scuffling like that, you got to catch the ball. That's why I kept that one in there. It's not just Fields. Fields is a big contributor, don't get me wrong, but it is not just him. There's a lot wrong with this pass game right now. Ooh, this is the ugliest play of the game. This one blew my mind, guys. This one really, this one kind of shook me just from like what's going on with Justin Fields. Like, is he so broken mentally from, worrying about his footwork? Is he like thinking too much? He's clearly not reacting right here. But this to me is like just quite a terrible decision, just a terrible ball. All right, so the Bears are in, again, empty, so nobody's back here. 5-man protection, 11 personnel. Let's look at the route combination. So you have basically 3 verticals again, 3 verts since it's split, so this is a safety rotation, so this is a good one to show. So they're showing, Lovey basically played pretty static coverages throughout, so they're showing middle of the field close. You'll hear people talk about MOFC, middle of the field's closed, or they'll say middle of the field open. Now that could be interpreted in different ways. Why is that? What does that mean? Why is that significant for any reason? Because routes convert differently based on if the middle of the field is open or closed. And so it's one of the things that the quarterback is reading pre and post snap. Now everybody says, well, why would a defense give you the same look pre and post snap? They often don't. And this is an example of them not giving the same look pre and post snap. So they show pre, middle of the field is closed, but they actually rotate into middle of the field is open. So there is then an adjustment, because watch this guy right here. Number 5. He's going to sprint from here. He's going to hit his landmark over here. So now all of a sudden we've gone from a look of middle of the field closed to middle of the field open, because they've now divided the field in half with 2 safeties. So you got this half, I got this half. Now we're going to cover 2 shell over the top. I think that might have contributed to this, but this ball just cannot be thrown. And if it is going to be thrown, it can't be thrown the way that Fields throws it on this play. This is just super, super ugly. So middle of the field is open now. And like, if he's going to throw this, so like this is a Tampa 2 look, he's talking about like, let's just break down. This is classic Lovey. So he's rotating from single high safety to 2 safety. And then this backer who is mugged or, running up into the A gap to try and confuse the protection, he's going to carry number 2. So 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2. Anytime you guys hear me referring to that, it is the receiver respective to the sideline. First one in, second one in, third one in, 1, 2. So in Tampa 2, number 2 is going to be carried by this Mike linebacker. So he's running kind of like over the middle. So now you get the best of both worlds. You have almost like a third safety that's going to follow that route up, making it even more difficult to make that throw. Again, this is an example where this ball probably shouldn't have been thrown, but let's see if there was another place he could have gone with the ball other than where he chose to go with it. So look at the relationship between these two, not great. So now you're getting what they call almost like a bracket type coverage. Granted, this guy has 2 receivers threatening his own, Mooney, and I think this is Pettis. And so now you have a potential 2-by-1 on this particular safety. Maybe that's what he's thinking is, oh, I got him occupied with this route. So he's trying to potentially locate the ball here. But man, this has to be like a perfect ball in order for this to work. And it is far from perfect. It is late. It is nowhere close to the receiver, and it is an interception. This is ugly stuff. Let's bring it back. You'll see here from the beginning. Let's see if Justin takes his eyes off of Mooney at any point during this. Nope, locked on the entire time. Just a terrible ball. Look at that. So you have a guy underneath. Like, this ball, if you're going to complete it, needs to like literally be like 10 feet lower and like dropping into his hands. Now you have 3 guys converging on it, and the guy with the best chance to catch the ball is the safety here on the lower left-hand side of the screen. So this is really, really ugly stuff. Can't have it. Nice tackle. Khalil Herbert showing his special teams upbringing there. Nice tackle. All right, what do we have here? 21. All right, so you guys probably know what's coming here, like based on the look of it. We've seen this a couple times, but again, another fumbled snap. I think this is probably outside zone to the left, and Mustafer's worried about having to reach here, but too many quarterback center exchange issues and tripping over each other. So that relationship needs to be worked out, because it was not good in this game. See it more from the tight copy. Let's see. Yeah, not great. All right. We have, let's see, 11 personnel, 2x2, split safety look at the top. Oh, this is another one. Tristan Ebner, I think this is a rookie. I think Fields wanted to do like a little flip, and Ebner was coming back for the ball, almost like to collect a draw here, but clearly not on the same page. A little concerning because Ebner's going to get some more playing time here with, I assume, David Montgomery being out. When your offense is scuffling, you can't have stuff like this happen. Not only is the play busted, your quarterback gets hit, and he doesn't, he recovers the fumble, but too many hits on Justin Fields. He's getting hit too often. Not good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was an interesting way to do it. I wanted to kind of bring you into my process here, but the point is there was a lot bad, but there were a few glimmers of hope in there. So can they correct this and get this to become a situation where those moments where you see Justin Fields actually know where to go and what to do with the ball become the more common, or the rule rather than the exception that they seem to be right now. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. I know this was a long one, but this was an important one for me to get out. I hope you'd enjoyed it. If you do, let me know. If this is a big waste of your time, I'm sorry, but I just wanted to make sure I got my thoughts out there. Take care, everybody. We'll catch you later. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, it's shameless self-promotion time. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help me out. And if you want to, you can also follow me on Twitter at DJ Durkin. I provide in-game, real-time analysis for all Bears games throughout the season. Please stay healthy and well. We'll see you guys soon.